And we're back. I just like totally like left the message. I was in the middle of a reading. I'll upload that one after this one. And the fire alarm went off. And I said, I think this one is me. And I kind of just pulled it together, and it just totally magically turned off. The dog didn't, though. She was like, oh, oh, oh. Did you hear it? It was horrendous. She wouldn't stop. I was like, uh-oh. Let me calm down. Is something on fire? No, bro. I'm an energy. And I have to keep my energy together. I told you I felt it. I was like, wait, this one's me. This is so me. I'm so lit. Really? Yeah, that was me. I told you I took my shirt off as soon as I started the video. Alright, let's calm down. Let me have a drink of tea and put my fire out. I'm telling you, I'm dangerous. They think I am. My emotions are. Everyone's are. And that's it. God wouldn't give me the power if I was going to hurt somebody. And that's why he sets me alone with my feelings, and, you know, I have to work on them. But yeah, I can get all fucking crazy. My phone will shut off, all kinds of shit. Yep. Let's go back to where I was in that story. Oh man, that was creepy. I was talking about, right when it happened, I was saying, you know, there's been times where I was talking about the beginning of the story, and it's like, it's just a fucking nightmare. It's like, I really feel some type of way. I feel all this love and passion and excitement for somebody, but it's like filled with all of the other negative feelings, all the absolute negative feelings. So going on with it, it was like, it felt all great until I realized it was all horrible. And so I've spent at least 3 years trying to just avoid it. And I couldn't avoid it, so then I started to give into it. Just to let it breathe, which was just, you know, go love him. And it's cool and all, but in the end, it's not. It's a shadow part of me that wants to love him. And when I let this out, it just ends up not being good for me. If that makes sense. And I'm trying to understand how to I don't know if it's like tame the dragon or what it is, because I'm trying to understand it. It's a love for him, and what fuels it is hope. And then I was trying to break it down, and it's like, what is it? It's like, I never got a chance to love him. There's always these restrictions. I can only love him this much. And I think it's like, I don't know. It's like maybe I don't even, I want something just because I haven't had it. Because that's what it is too, right? So then after you get what you want, you no longer want it. It's supposedly the saying. I'm not really sure. The last time I tried to go with it, and I'm like, alright, I'm going to go with this without trying to hold myself back and do whatever. And then what happened? I ended up giving him another blowjob. Are you serious? Yeah, totally. So I'm like, alright. Clearly, this is me letting out my sexual, you know what I mean, shadows with him. And that's what I'm saying. There's a part of me that should be alive, which is, you know what I mean, a passionate, you know, sexual being. But it only comes out with this person. So that in itself was curiosity. Why? So I tried to figure that forever. Why this guy? Why this guy? Why? What about him? Why? Alright? Couldn't really figure that out. Never really figured that out. Other than the fact that when he told me that it was a pattern, it's like, alright, so then I just feel safe or comfortable because it's my brain already knows you. But you have to go back to the beginning. How did I get to that place of safety and comfort with him to begin with? Right? And then those are like conversations we haven't even had, stuff like that. Again, because I'm always interrogating all kinds of conversations, trying to figure this all out. Why am I trying to figure it out? so I can control it and put it away, close it. I want to control it, which is that Four of Pentacles, and I want to just put it away. And that's, if you look at the backward cards, it's like, you know, I'm trying to close down from love, hide my love away. Because we had the Hermit, the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. Trying to control it and hide it and put it away. Limit it, but it's, you know what I mean? It's like, it's real, this want, and it never, like, really goes away. And that was so weird, right? So then you start thinking, it's like, you know, why won't enough time or space won't make it go away? It's a shadow. It still lives. And in essence, it's almost like it grows stronger when you deny it. This is what I'm looking at. This part of me, right? And you would say the easy thing is just feed it. feed the fucking beast. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to incorporate the shadow, not just give in to every one of our freaking, you know what I mean, darker aspects of ourselves. Which I did. I totally. I choked. I had
some dog almost bit me in it. Some girl was holding it and they dropped it and started.
Was it the black one?
Yeah.
With the fucking service thing? I told you it just attacked another dog.
Girl
Did you pick her up?
Yeah.
Are you okay? You have the most beautiful smile.
She was trying to make friends with him and he was trying to fight her.
I know, it's just like me. We're trying to make friends with people who are trying to fight us.
There's a whole bunch of people standing outside too.
I know, because the fucking alarm kind of went off.
It like buffered.
It buffered. Just like my life. Buffering. So I'm trying to figure this out, because in essence, I just want to put it to rest. How do I put it to rest? How do you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's like, how do I do this? If I don't, I'll only just keep wanting him. This is not a good thing. This is not a good thing. And then you look back at it, well, at least you want somebody. I guess, but I'd like to control this. I'd like to have some kind of control over this.
Hey, you can't control everything. Don't think it's everything.
Thanks, Miss Four of Pentacles.
You already control all of your life. You can't control all your life. Freak, man.
And that's where God comes in and says the same fucking thing. You can't control this love. He made me, and this is Lilith, bro. Think about this. This is me in general. He made me to love, and I denied the love, and I used it to toy with everyone. I wouldn't just give it. I wouldn't just give it freely. So that's that pride and shit like that. That's like you guys too. So you can't control the love. You have to just allow it. Just like that. You can't. You don't master your feelings by controlling them. You allow them to live and be heard so they don't control you. That's how that works. So I'm stuck here between a rock and a hard place. And I know what you don't know, which is, again, what I said in my last video, is if I don't learn this lesson, then just like you, when this lion gate comes, I'm going to have to relearn this lesson for the next year. It's like, I told you, it's a weighing of the heart. They're going to see what needs to be, what work you need. You know, it's like a contract for the next year. Where, you know what I mean? What your next year will be based on what work you've done this year. And it's like, I said that, if you could spend these next 10 days facing some of the hardest shadows like I will, then you're going to be cleaned up and ready to go through that fucking portal and be all blessed. In the essence. Otherwise, it's not cursed, it's just, fuck, we're gonna go around this mountain again. I don't want to keep doing this. You really just want to understand. We're seeking understanding as to, you know what I mean, what God is trying to teach us in this experience. Otherwise, He's going to make us experience again to get better understanding. Why I guess it's just acknowledging the shadow. I'm getting it somewhere in this. Hold on, I'm working through my brain here. Why do you believe? Is what I heard. And then I saw the other guys. I'm trying to figure this out. It's Pictionary, bro. When you're trying to work through time. Time is patterns. Existence is patterns of time, right? They're circles. And so you look at the pattern. Now, it doesn't mean that I'll break the pattern, right? I break the timeline, right? And that's one thing I said, is like, I can't get rid of Adam or Lucifer or any of these men from this timeline. But I can move to a higher timeline where I learn another lesson. In essence, new lesson, or, you know, new seasons, new demons is what that's kind of going to look like. But in the essence, it's like, I really want to learn this lesson. It's more about what I'm not catching here. There's a whole reason of why God does things. Or we could say Kobe. If I take God out of it, let's say Kobe planned this out, and Kobe knew Kobe was like, you're going to hit him up today, and this is what's going to happen. And I'm going to sit back and see what you're going to do with this. And I'm like, it's not like Kobe, but it's like, I'm going to figure this out. Why this happened. What I was supposed to learn from this. Because if not, I'm going to have to fucking redo this again. You don't fail the test. You just have to retake it. Which is the whole fucking lesson. It's like a pop quiz. I kind of need some help with this. I'm going to look into some divination. Because that's what we're supposed to do. Obviously, I'm in the labyrinth. I'm going to pull out some cards and figure this out. Because you see God in all things. I'm like, God, I'm really not getting this. And I really want to understand this. I don't understand what you're trying to show me and why you took me down this fucking road. Why did you introduce... You know, I'm pretty good at learning my lessons. But I'm missing this one, bro. I'm not too proud to beg on this. Like, help me, God. Help me learn this so I don't have to relearn this. Sticking on, like, all I can look at is what I got, which are the calculations. What did you get out of this so far? Hope. Right? There's this hope. There's a want. There's a desire. And there's love. But that's not enough. I'm trying to understand the mechanics of this. Because there's something here. God just, he doesn't, especially, I knew, listen to me. I said it earlier. I was like, I feel like this dude's going to come through today. Okay, first off, I didn't know I was going to be the one reaching out to this fucking dude. Okay, so I didn't see that. Then I said, I can see myself having a conversation with someone and they say something that makes me cry. I saw that too. So in essence, you can't say I didn't see this coming. There's something I'm not seeing because I'm still in it. Why were we brought together this time? That's really what it is. Every time you're brought together, it's just to fucking face a mirror. A shadow, which is just that. It feels like the whole relationship is a shadow. Tell me. Yeah, that's me for sure. Feeling burnt out, and that looks like Castle Rock right there. For anybody that knows Colorado. Oh man. I went to the Princess of Cup, Loganasa. Resilience. You've been knocked down and picked yourself up so many times you're tired of it. Now you're facing another setback. Though you feel at the end of your tether, you will find inner reserve of strength. So don't give up. Be patient, stand strong, and you will triumph. Put your faith in the resilience of your inner spirit. This card can indicate recovery, release from a frightening or worrying situation. In a relationship, you've been hurt more than once, and it has made you weary. Be aware that you have that you've been looking for love in all the wrong places and hooking up with the wrong kind of persons over and over again. Okay. If that's what I mean. Okay. Karmic twin flames, for sure. We can definitely say this. This is absolute fucking karma. And this is all wrong. I didn't hook up with nobody. But that's what I'm trying to say, is that it's still there. You can't. I'm fully aware there is a problem here. I'm trying to understand the problem. You can't fix the problem with understanding where the problem comes from. And that's what I'm saying. I'm fully aware that this is a problem. I've been aware. I'm trying to fix this problem since it began. What's the problem? I'm looking for love in the wrong places and hooking up with the wrong kind of person over and over again, guided by the Holy Spirit himself. So then it makes you wonder what's wrong. See, I'm wore out trying to figure this out. I wouldn't say it's an addiction, because it's not something, but there is some part of it that I keep wanting. Why would I go back if I didn't want him? Why do I keep giving into him if I don't desire him? I swear to you, I've seen it with my own eyes. He's not fucking starting this. It's fully me that does it. I started out with the fucking concept of why him, and I had to just blow past that because I couldn't find any evidence to why him. So I had to just go with the fact that these are real existing feelings towards this person. Then I tried to control them. Then I tried to suppress them, deny them. Then I went with them, and it was cool and all. But then it comes back with all this harsh blowback in the sense of what happened after the fact. So then that led me to the place where I always end up, and it's like, I don't want to do this if you're going to keep running back to your wife. That's the part I don't like. And so I'm just stuck here with, like, I'd like to not go around that fucking mountain anymore. I'd really like to understand why we keep climbing this mountain. It's not that I don't believe in love with someone else. It's not, hold on, I gotta sneeze. I feel like there's more in there. It's that this one can't be suppressed. I don't know if any of them could, but there's certain ones, it feels like the ones I try to suppress end up, you know what I mean? I don't know. Now that I think about it, it's like, which ones did you ever suppress? Him and Russ. I don't want to love you. When I gave into trying to love Tree right away, it was a quick rejection, and I just took it and was like, fine. And that was it. I was able to, like, just, that's all it was. It was real easy. Give it a chance. It wasn't. It really wasn't. No, I sat there for like a week on timeout with my feelings until they finally had to be like, dude, if you don't give into this, then we're never going to let you off the porch. It was a real story. And so after toying around for a couple days, I like reached out and tried to like extend myself, and he flat out totally, it was a little on the humiliating side, no more than this, I should say. was like, no, you're making this up. I mean, and I was like, well, okay, fine. And I blocked him, and I deleted everything, and I was like, fine, whatever. I mean, I was hurt about it. I ran to Russ and told him how fucking awful that was. And then the next night, he showed up at the show I was at, and did this whole fucking shindig, and did all this. And that was kind of like the end of that. In the essence, it's like, I was right. I made this up, huh? And it was just a quick lesson learned. Some of them are quick lesson learns. And that's where I'm like, I would like to learn this lesson and move on. I really would. Reverse. Your abstinency and refusal to compromise has put you in a position of having to defend something indefensible. It's kind of where I feel like. It's like, why don't you just give in to it? Because of my moral ethics. Can nobody understand that I consciously feel bad about this? I've broken this rule, my own rule, many times in the name of healing. But I always end up feeling bad about it. Why? Because I was the woman on the other side for many years. It's a hard lesson of forgiveness because I blame these women. I learned that one. But I'm trying to learn this one, another lesson. Alright. It's not bad to love him. It's bad to love a married man. Anyone. It's just not how I operate. When he first came, I really did want to see him, but as soon as he told me that, it became a huge war inside of me. Every time I see him, I have to fight that war inside of me, to put that whole part of me that refuses to be that girl, and just lock her up so that this one can breathe. And then this one goes away, and I'm left with that one. Unless you can show some strength of character and admit you were wrong, you stand to lose a lot more than you imagine. You feel alone and isolated. Relationships never seem to work out, and you must look at yourself for the cause. Don't keep repeating the same destructive pattern. Do you see what I mean? I'm trying to figure this out. Depending on the surrounding cards, the Nine of Wands reverse can indicate ill health, physical or mental. This could drive me crazy if I don't figure this out. But that's what it is. That's what Mercury retrograde is meant to happen. You're supposed to revisit an old, weaker part of yourself. So you can first of all see where you need to heal and start getting to work. And it's like, well, I might be late on this. In the essence, God's never late. That's not fucking funny. You didn't give me much time to figure this fucking out, and I'm trying to figure this out. So then I got back to it, and I'm breaking it down. It's like, alright, why? And all I came up with is hope. I don't know if that's the answer. And if that's it, if it's the answer, then why isn't... I don't know. Alright, give me more. Fuck. Exactly. Exactly. What does that mean? Let it die. God. I'm trying. You don't... You'd have to have watched this whole thing to understand how long I've been battling this. It's like I run from it, I give into it, I curse it. It's such a battle that just comes back to bite me in the ass. Death signals an end, an absolute transition from one state to another with no possibility of return. Well, there isn't, and it happens every time. But it just when I think, and that's where Pac came in with this funny-ass joke last time. It was so funny. He made me laugh so hard I can see it again. It's so funny. I love you, Pac. I was like, every time I think I've killed this relationship, it's finally done. I will never do this again. I've learned my fucking lesson. He showed me this fucking Jason, Michael Myers, whoever, hiding behind the tree, and it's like, dude, didn't I kill you in the last episode? And there they are, again. Oh, man. In the essence, I'm not looking at you and what this has to do with you anymore. In the beginning, you blame them. Then you blame yourself, and then you blame God. It's kind of like what Lewis is doing right now. In the beginning, he blamed the car. Now he's blaming himself. Pretty soon, he'll start blaming God. This is all your fault, God. You're doing all this to me. Yes, it's exactly where you need to be with this. And once you get there, then you need to understand, what the fuck, God? After you're done with that, you need to shut up and listen. Because he'll tell you what the fuck, but I'm not hearing him too well right now. And that's why we go to the cards. We experience many deaths in our lives as various stages and experiences to make way for new phases of experiences, up until the ultimate transformation and physical death and rebirth. Can I tell you something that I told Diana today? I was like, being in a suicidal state doesn't mean you're contemplating your own death. It means you've come to a place where you don't want to do this again tomorrow, not later. You just don't want to be alive right now. Like, it's not, that next level is when it becomes dangerous. When you start taking it to the next level of contemplating, action. When you take action. But the thought of, I just want to die. I feel like coming to that place, as I go through all of these death, transformations, and rebirth, and all of these, literally social, mental, emotional, financial, all these different suicides I'd be taking and shit, and it's like, they weren't suicide attempts. I really committed fucking financial suicide. I really committed fucking, fucking suicide to my family. In essence, this shit really did die, bro. And I felt like I was dying. But did you die? No, I came out of it transformed and a new person, as God said. The death of the old, and all that, but it's like, Jesus Christ. So I just went to go get killed, really, like to just get stabbed in the heart and die real quick. Like this is gonna transform me. I'm just looking for pain. You don't go looking for pain. You just have to realize that there's a lot of healing in the quiet spaces, bro. That's why people don't want to sit in that hermit. They don't want to sit with themselves because they're going to have to visit parts of themselves that they don't want to fucking, that's what we pulled earlier. That you don't want to visit. I don't understand the little girl as I try to sit there with her. The younger version of me that's running this show with him. I'm trying to sit there with this part of me and ask her, what do you want from him? Why do you keep doing this to us? And I can't get the answer. I'm trying. I can't say that I have this imaginary idea of what we look like together because I can't see that. Which means it's probably not real. I have no idea what that looks like. But again, I'm pursuing the unknown. Something I don't even know. And I can't, and when I ask myself why, You know what I mean? Why do you keep going back to him? I just hope. But don't you know better? I just hope. It's like you're talking to a child, bro. It literally is. Your inner child. You're trying to figure out, you know what I mean? What is this? Where is this coming from? The wise me is just, I can't, I'm trying to figure this out. And it's a shadow part of you. It's an inner part of you. A child, if you will. That's how I look at the shadows. When it woke up, that's exactly what it is. It woke up and it was a part of me that was madly in love with him. I realized it. I seen it. And I told him about it. I was like, dude, I was in love with you. And I think that's why I forgot you. Is because it didn't work out. And I'm going to work on that. But at that time, I had so much else going on. And as I got to working on it, it wasn't that I was. That feeling was repressed. It was still very much alive. It didn't matter that 5 years had gone by, and that was what was scary. When I saw him, it was still more than alive. And every time I see him, it's more than alive. Like, I see him as, like, I just love him. If you saw this guy, you'd be like, what the fuck is your deal? Are you crazy? I mean, that's always the question, isn't it, though? I ask myself that during the crazy episodes. What is wrong with you? I tried to understand it. But it literally is a part of me that just fucking loves the shit out of this guy, dude. And even though I can't see the part that felt that way about Russ, I know it's there. And I have videos. I have more of an experience about crying about please just make it go away than ever experiencing why I loved Russ. But there was. And again, it's a shadow. And I think it's the same girl. I don't think the girl that's in love with Bobby is different from the girl that's in love with all of them. I think she thinks that it's more real with Bobby because she's had Bobby. And I say this as the mind, the conscious. I'm trying to understand this. Why him? I think it's that. Because I already had him and I didn't get to have him, so I think it's like, it's not like I had him and I fucked it up. I didn't get the chance to have him. But then you look at it and it's like, I can have him all the time. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to have him. And even though I can't figure that out, I think that was in there with Russ. Why? Because I didn't give up hoping. And then you go back to 2 weeks ago, and I'm sitting there and I've got both of them within miles of me. And Morgan says to me, I don't think you want either of them. And I'm like, I think you're right. But that's not true, because I have proof that there's a part of me that wants them badly, that I don't let live. But then when I give into it, and I let that part of me love them, and I go in and I show them love, they both return the love in such unbelievable ways. Now, when I loved outside of them, you know what I mean? When I loved Ali, it wasn't hard to give in to Ali because Ali didn't hurt me in return. When I gave in to loving Marshall, he didn't hurt me in return. I thought he did. That was Russ playing games, and he made it very clear that he wasn't part of that shit. And that changed everything. He made a public announcement that, no, I'm not hurting you. I'm not part of this. And that's kind of where it is. It's like, you know what I mean? They made it hard to love them. It's not hard for me to go and love Ali, to go into his DMs and tell him, I love you, Ali. And, you know, like what happened on Friday. Ali, we have to face rejection. Hey, motherfucker, look at where I'm at. Are you facing yours? Just saying. I said we, not me. Damn it. See what happens? Well, here we are. Anyways, it's an ultimate transformation in physical death. Death indicates change. In the tarot, death represents a sudden and unexpected change in which one phase of your life is coming to an end so that a new one can begin. And that's what I said. Don't close down, open up. I noticed as soon as I did, then I stopped, my following stopped and everything stopped. Time stopped. You saw me? I set off the fire alarm. I have to be very careful. I have to be fluid. And that's what I told her. If I stop loving him, if I stop loving, then I stop receiving. You don't understand how this works. I've learned too difficultly. If I'm not willing to give love, then I can't receive it. I can't attract it. And it doesn't mean in a person. It means God's love, abundance. My abundance comes from the love I give. It's Dharma. It doesn't come from a person. It comes in gifts from the universe. You know what I mean? So, if I go cold, then everything goes cold. So that's why right then when it happened, it's like, don't close down, open up. So meaning, don't close down to possibilities, open up to more. And that's where it is when things get, when you get down, your faith has to go higher. And that's where it is like, all right, hope. You're telling me not to hope. Hold on a second. And then I look at it and it's like, how do you condemn yourself for hoping? How can you hate yourself for hoping and loving? And that's where the rebuild comes. It's like you want to hate yourself. You want to hate yourself. I want to hate myself for doing this to myself all the time. But I can't. I need to just understand it. I can't hate myself. Everybody else does. Somebody's got to love me. And that's my job. Okay? So, I feel it. I feel really disappointed in myself. But I have to understand that, you know what I mean? This is what I need to do for myself. Which is, face these hard things. Keep reliving these things and visiting these things. Now, as soon as I close this, I open up another chapter. If I don't close this, then I keep reliving this chapter. So this is a good thing. In the tarot, death represents a sudden and unexpected change in which one phase of your life is coming to an end, so another one can begin. As with any death, there will be a period of mourning and sadness, but if you resist or try to deny this inevitable change, it will be distressing and protracted. It's always the same lesson, right? What is the lesson? That he can't be who I want him to be? Trust me, you can listen to him tell me this through 3 years, and I keep getting, I keep running into this wall. Okay, I understand why I keep thinking it's going to be different, and there's nothing wrong with that. The question is, why, I'm trying to understand more of it. The outcome is not going to change. Well, it hasn't yet. And that's okay. Being hopeful is better than being hopeless, no matter how you look at it. But every time I visit it, I learn more about myself. Not so much more about him, but I learn more about myself and what drives me. And that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. What drives me to him? More and more, I'm always trying to wonder. I'm always trying to figure it out. Again, like I said, I will interrogate the shit out of him until he won't say another word and he ghosts me for like weeks and weeks at a time. Is what I typically do with him. And I'm still left there trying to figure it all out until I don't care anymore and I go on about my business, and then it starts coming back up again. It starts pouring out my videos, he's popping up in my shower, I start thinking about him, when I'm waking up in the morning. It's like, this is enough. You're haunting me again. I have to face you again. You have to face your biggest fear. It's a fucking nightmare. All the fucking time. All the fucking time. All the fucking time. Within the pagan tradition, initiation is a very real death, the rebirth process that fundamentally alters a person. The old self dies so the new self may be born. It can be painful as the old self is stripped away and the birthing pains of the new self are felt. And that's what it is. The old self came out. So now here we go. We gotta strip this shit, strip her into, you know what I mean, into shreds. Take the shadow and integrate the shadow. How do I let her breathe? So when she's not breathing down his neck. And I guess that's where it was, is every time I could fall in love, she could breathe. It's a part of me that wants to love real badly. But as it says, keeps loving the wrong kind of man. Hey, thanks, God. Can you find the right one for love? That's a good one. That's a really good one. All right, Death Reverse shows that you're resisting change, and in consequence, your life is stagnating, leaving you miserable, tired, and depressed. Instead, you could be clinging to bad relationships, emotional baggage, past hurt, negative patterns of behavior, and old beliefs that no longer serve you. It's funny, my daughter asked me in the video, she's like, did you lose hope in Dad? I never had hope. I used to say it. It's like, a real man's never gonna find me when I'm hanging on your arm. I knew it was bad the whole time. I just wanted God to make it better. I can't say it was something I wanted. I just wanted my kids to be happy. And that's what I had said too. It's like, I don't think that you'll make me happy. I don't know if anyone can make me happy. I'm not looking at it that way. I feel happiness with you, so I feel like that's good. I'm not looking for you to make me happy. I'm already happy, and I feel happy when I'm with you. I guess people want you to make them happy. I am created very differently. I feel good just loving. But it is a sour feeling because it's a one-way flow in my direction, because it's not, the love I receive is not from humanity but from God. And that's kind of makes sense, because it's God's love that I'm giving out to people, so it's God's love that I'm receiving back. If you think about it. In currency, right? I'm getting back what I'm putting out. I'm putting out His unconditional love, and He's giving it to me in different forms. Let's see. Ooh, Seven of Swords. Oh shit, bro. We have the Devil and the Queen of Swords. That don't tell it all. Could be a Scorpio. Man, oh man. I feel like you're the Devil. Self-imposed. This is hardcore shit right here, bro. This is like a direct message from the universe. I have a message from the guides for real, God. This is for real. What's understood doesn't need to be explained, but I'm gonna explain it to you. But I'm just sitting here like, fuck. If that ain't the answer, then that ain't the answer. Alright. Death and the Devil and the Queen of Swords is like the hardest mix. It's like, it's a 187 on that ass, bro. We have a 187. We have a 187. Alright. Let me show you the Devil in my card. You see her? Okay, you can see that bitch right there. The Underworld card is a self-created bondage, an idea, a belief, an ambition, a demanding career, a love of money, a desire, a person or a group of people that stops you moving forward. This card represents your shadow, the part of you you don't want to look at, the part of you you want to deny. Alright, let's look at it. Let's just look at it. I'm looking at it. I've been looking at it. God, I let it out. It was great. Whatever. What do you want me to do with this part of me? I'm serious. And that's where I got, like, Carl Jung. I need some help here, bro. What am I supposed to do with this part? Fuck. This is new level, new devil. It's a new devil for me. Who is it? Me! He called me the devil, too. I can't stand you. You make everything worse. Stop talking. Really? Yeah, that's what he said. He said, I feel like you're the devil, trying to convince me that the grass is greener in hell. You mean leaving your wife and coming to come be, you know, a priestess with me? Yeah, I guess. Sounds like hell, doesn't it? I mean, from the outside, it definitely looks like it. Whatever, bro. Go back to your fucking life, hamburger helper. Don't say mean things. I'm sorry. I haven't said a mean thing yet. That was my first mean thing. Sorry. Jesus Christ. This card represents your shadow, the part where you hide from yourself, your fears, your weaknesses, your desires you're ashamed of. Impulses like lust, desire for power, selfishness, greed, envy, anger, rage. All those things you might consider evil, which are secret, we all secretly feel. They are locked away in the darkness, but they are nonetheless not coming from an outside agency, such as the devil, which this card traditionally is called, and certainly not a separate entity living within you, but arising from a primitive, instinctive part of your mind. And that's it. It's the conscious, dude. It's my inner something. It's a part of me. I denied it all those years ago. It wanted to love him, and I didn't. And then he came back 5 years ago, and it was twice I couldn't control it. And then I just saw him like fucking over Christmas, and I couldn't control it. And I'm just still trying to, I don't know what to do with it. I really don't know what to do with it. I tried to let it out, but it's not, I don't know what to do with this. And that's what I said in the beginning. Alright, I just have to accept that there is a part of me that's in love with you. You don't have to love me back. I just have to accept that I love you and allow this to be. And that's where I am. I'm accepting. I love you. And I just try to allow it to be. But then it wants to love him. Then why don't you just love him? Because it always becomes, I feel bad. Why? Because I'm not the only one doing it. I can't, you don't understand. I just feel bad. I've been fighting this for so long. I really want to win this battle. It's me versus me. Who really wins? Does it really, do I win if this part dies? If I finally kill it for good? Even though forever it's been hiding, just trying to love him? Last time I went crazy about this, the universe had to sit me down and was like, you can't fix Lilith in one day. I'm really trying to figure this out, bro. I don't hate him, so that's a step up. Mama, that's a step up. Lilith hated Adam for the love she had for him. I don't hate him. I hate God for it. I'm not letting it destroy his relationship. It's just I'm letting it destroy me. I don't know what to do with this. I guess I finally fucking found a demon that I can't fight. Problems arise when you deny your shadow and instead project them into other people, assigning them to the shameful thoughts and desires which lie within you, so that you feel superior and self-righteous. As I said that, I saw... I don't know what you think, bitch. Hold on. Well, I just want to steal your man. Whatever, girl. I want nothing to do with your man, but in the end of the day, I love your man more than anybody on this planet has ever loved your man. And he's not yours. Here is help me. Don't forget your position. This happens not only with individuals, but with groups, religions, races, sexes, even whole countries, leading to bigotry and hatred. The more the shadow is denied and repressed, the more powerful and destructive it becomes. The shadow is not evil. I'm not a bad person for wanting to love him. It also contains natural positive instincts, insights, and creativity. I don't want to lust him, but it does happen, which is in itself something amazing because I'm afraid of sexual interactions with anybody else. It is only understanding your shadow that you will progress, recognizing destructive impulses when they arise, balancing desire against good, knowing when you are blaming others for what lies within you. On the path of initiation, this often manifests as resentment against the initiator. I said that in my earlier video. This is the highest moral quest. True spirituality means accepting your shadow and taking responsibility for it, and only then can there be a relationship with the divine. It's a severed part of me, and again, I'm fully aware of it. Part of me that I deny. I guess at this point all I can do is just acknowledge it. And that in itself will have to be enough growth. When the underworld card appears reversed, it shows that you've become aware that you are trapped in an unhealthy relationship, dependence, or addiction, and now wish to free yourself. However, you must be prepared for the difficulties along the way, as others may not want you to change. If I figure this out, I finally stop wanting him. Which in essence, is that what either of us want? Do either of us really want for me to move on and actually be in bed with someone else? To actually have this with someone else? Is what's so interesting. I faced that with Marshall. And that's how I got caught into this bullshit. It's like, do you have difficulty with intimacy with people? Like having sex and shit? Getting close with people? It's like, fuck. One of us has got to do it. I was like, oh man, I don't want you to go out there and sleep with nobody. And then somehow I ended up in this situation. And that's where it is. It's like, you don't really want to have to fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, as much as I want to move on, what happens when I finally do? And I don't want you anymore? And then what happens if I do finally forget you like everybody else? What happens if it works? I don't know. You will have your own fears to battle along the way, but persevere, and it'll be worth it in the end. And then you got the Queen of Swords, which is cut through the bullshit. That's me. You gotta fight. You gotta fight. I feel like I'm gonna... Hey, I just want to point out, I got an email late at night where they ordered the part, and she said, I'll order it, and I'll talk to you in the morning. I was like, okay. I don't know what that means, but whatever. I'm trying to find the Queen of Swords. I'm in the Wands. Nowhere near it. Queen of Swords falls under the influence of the spring goddess who brings rebirth and vegetation, cycle, and earth. Alright, so what did we get? The death, transformation, and rebirth is what we got out of this bullshit. What do we start with? Oh yeah, getting beat down. Yep. This means, like, you get beat down. This is what this means. You get beat down to death. You have to face your demons. And then, you know, be strong again. Pretty much, listen. Hers is the power of imagination and positivity, and positive thought to bring things into being, which is the first principle of magic. I told you. Belief. Positivity. Hope. It's like, that's how I manifest. You can't tell me not to believe. Use the powerful creative energy that surrounds you now to shape your future and manifest your vision into the world, but always be true to your ideals. This can be a time of great insight and with inspiration coming from unexpected resources. This card is particularly fortunate for poets, boards, and writers. Yeah, I bet you guys can't wait to write a sad tune to this. I'm so tired of you guys writing the fucking songs of my life. You don't even have the right beat. I mean, seriously. The fucking words you use. At least let me fucking co-write in this shit. Because you're destroying my fucking life's work. They're terrible songs. You're not getting a Grammy. The Queen of Swords may represent you or a woman in your life who is intensely private. I wish I was. But instead, I'm just independent and often single through choice. She hates anyone telling her what she should do or how she should behave. She's intelligent and sophisticated with a love of art, music, and poetry. She has very high ideals and makes a loyal friend, unconventional and quick-witted with a dry sense of humor. Have you caught that yet? I am fiercely honest and a seeker after truth who sees beyond the surface of things and demands fairness. I am forthright and very likely offer you some well-meant and accurate criticism. I'm going to criticize the shit out of you. Alright, first meaning, the reverse Queen of Swords is indicating problems with fertility, a termination, or a miscarriage. It can also show an inability to let go of past grief, trauma, or secrets that cloud your thinking. Don't let your sorrows obscure good things that are still in your life. You know what's weird? The whole time I'm having this situation, I keep seeing Wolfman looking at me. Why are you watching? Why? Are you learning? I just keep seeing you. Why? Are you my next challenge? What do you want from this? Are you enjoying yourself? It's not an easy ride, bro. Have you never done shadow work before? Jesus. I told you. Ask yourself, what'd you call me? Emotionally mushy? Yeah, bro. This is some mushy shit. Ask yourself whether the mindset makes you happy or helps you grow. In the essence of all the people that are looking at me and all I see is you. Why are you looking at this situation so hard? Why, did you read it in your cards? I don't care about your cards. You be lying. You use them to catch dates. Leave me alone. I'm not dating you. You've lost yourself somewhere along the way. The reverse queen may indicate a woman in your life, perhaps a boss, parent, or acquaintance, who is superficially attractive, but manipulative, narrow-minded, unforgiving, quick to take offense, and who delights in belittling others. And that's why I said I didn't use any of this. I didn't use my charms on him. I didn't manipulate him. I didn't do anything to get him. I just took it for what it is. If you spend too much time with her, she will drag you on her level. On the other hand, this could be describing you if you've slipped into a habit of looking at life in a negative way. And that's what I said. I can't be negative. Negative, no. We're going to chalk this up into a lesson learned as soon as I learn the lesson. And that's all I got out of it. Was that what keeps leading me into bad situations? Being hopeful. That's what leads me out of them, too. It's not a bad thing. And, again, just my shadow. What do I do with her? She needs a boyfriend. Who's she? Me, I guess. And I don't want to ask God to fall in love again. It doesn't seem to work out so well for me if you haven't noticed. I just want to love someone. But, and that's where it is. It's like, it's not just him. But it's stronger with him because I always wanted to love him. I never got to love him. This is what I see. Is it like never gonna give up until I get a chance to love him? I don't know. I'm trying to. That's what I mean. It's like maybe that's what maybe God was trying to do in the beginning, was give me someone else to love. It's like he wants me to love them with all my heart, but then when it doesn't work out, he wants me to go love someone else. Is what he always does with me. That's what he taught me.
You're not done?
I'm done. Are you done? I'm done. I'm going to upload the other part of this, and I hope you learn the lessons. I'm sorry, I did not run to Michael's on the freaking day, on a Shadow Monday, that I didn't run to Michael's to go get you, you know what I mean, fucking creative shit. What are you going to create?
Sea animals out of cardboard.
Sea animals?
You want to see the video I have?
No. Are you going to just... Alright, never mind. Can we do creative shit on a creative day? I feel like today is very destructive. Anyways, did you guys learn? I'm learning. I hope you're learning with me. This is what I run over here. This is what shadows is. And then, as much as I like to be like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I'm not. I'm so tired of this. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos of me doing this. And this particular subject comes up like 4 times a year. I'm so tired of this. I'm that much closer. Admitting you have the problem, seeing what the problem is, understanding the problem, and, you know what I mean, trying to heal the problem. What is the problem? There's a part of me that just wants to love. Is that really a problem? It is when it just is loving the wrong type of people. What makes them the wrong type of people? I keep telling that to God to begin with. These are not the right type of people. Why do you keep bringing these assholes for me to love? And then his response is, somebody's got to love me. That's not helpful. They're not loving me back. And that's not true. They all really do love me in the most obscene ways. Can't you just... Here comes Marshall. Why can't you all be normal? I wish you bitches could just be normal. You're far from normal yourself there, buddy. That's... Yeah, those are really good. You're going to need some sour cream because they are spicy. We're talking hot, hot, hot. Oh, man. Tomorrow will be better. How do you know? Because we're dying. And even though you think you're dying, guess what? You're going to wake up with breath tomorrow. And you'll have to fight another day. You'll have to live to fight another day. Which is what? Hopefully not the same shit we were fighting today. We'll fight some other monsters tomorrow. Dragons and fucking shadows and shit. Hey, I love you guys. Again, welcome. This is what I teach. You guys like, what is this? I mean, feel free to unsubscribe. Or you could sit around and learn some shit. That could be good for you, because that's what I'm really trying to teach you, is how to spiritually evolve by going through your thoughts and feelings like I do. You might not have the same thoughts and feelings, but it's still going to make you think some type of way. Deal with that. Love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now.